All right, everybody. We are here today with Pavel Trusov. I'm not sure, is that how you say your last name? Trusov?
Yeah, it's correct. It's correct. It's Russian one,
Okay,
but your name is correct.
awesome. All right, brother. So I'll just get you to give yourself a brief little introduction as to like who you are, just in case there's maybe some people watching that aren't aware of you yet.
Yeah, a lot of people know me, my brother, from Instagram. There is my nickname, Pavel Kickboxing. Everybody who's watching and following martial arts, maybe at least one time saw me there.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm kickboxing coach. I used to have before Guinness record. I used to share the content across of the all social media and share idea of the healthy lifestyle, and everybody has to train martial arts. And I'm
Yeah.
so glad to be here today, speak to your audience. Maybe we will motivate some people to come to the gym ultimately and stop sitting and eating these Christmas salads.
Yes, sir. I think I heard you say that you have a Guinness World Record. What is that for?
It was Guinness record that I broke a few years ago. So we had the idea. We had an idea before that I used to punch fast. I found the way how to unlock the speed, let's say, and we were looking for the way how to make me to just somehow to track the speed, right? And Guinness Book of Records got their discipline with the most full extension punches in the 1 and 3 minutes. So I was attempting to beat the record with the most full extension punches, which means you're starting from here, punch, you straight your hand, and you bring it back. And I was going with the most number with the 1 minute. 3 minutes, and then it's already a little bit political thing, but I have to mention it here. I born in Russia. My nationality is Russia, right? Is I'm
Mhm.
Russian. That's why. Sorry for my accent. I'm not native speaker. I live in Slovakia or almost for the 10 years. But regardless, I'm not living in Russia, right? Or I don't know, supporting something or against something. They blocked me. They just banned my account there with
Whoa.
the Guinness record, with the whole history, what I have. I just have on the official YouTube channel of Guinness Book Records. I have their videos. Me, if you just type Pavel Trusov record, you already can watch there the video, and also have certificates which are in my gym. So there, how many punches in the like how many 1 3 minutes. But
Mhm.
I don't care about this much. It was quite sad because they banned nationality. They banned exactly whole Russian nationality there. But
Wow.
we move on. Yeah, we move on. What can I say?
Yeah, is that because like the Ukraine war or whatever? That's why they banned Russians?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right
That's
about this. I
stupid.
think
Yeah.
it impacts on a lot of things, and but I knew something like that will come because it was a very big moment in the history of the social media. You know that when plenty of brands just stopped working with the old people who somehow connected with the Russian audience, with Russian
Yeah.
influencers.
That's so stupid
So
because it's not your fault that you're Russian. So why would they punish you just because you're Russian? That's so stupid.
yeah, it's alive, and I don't use my Instagram or my social media to speak exactly the way. If it's the trend, what we can do with that, right? Because I don't wanna have a battle against of the Guinness Book Record. It's the private organization, even you have to know. So they have their own rules. They can set up their own borders with who they wanna work, with who they don't want to work. They have a lot of commercial projects, so it's not like we thought in the childhood, right? Oh, what do you have from you to achieve this Guinness record or break it? No, you have literally nothing. You even have to pay for apply for this. You understand? It's just one of the most important rule of the commercial organization. Somebody has to bring you money in. So it's how it works, my brother.
Yeah. Yeah. No, all good for sure. I've seen some footage of you like sparring with Andrew Tate. Were you like a part of Andrew Tate's training camp at all for this Misfits fight? Like, were you part of that or no?
I wasn't exactly the part of the camp, so I'm not there from the first day.
Yeah.
We came there. We came there with my younger brother. Guys knew about us before that we are gonna come, and I knew before that I have a chance to come there to see Andrew, to see another guys. For me, it was such a big moment because my weight is 75 kilograms, right? And you can convert this to the US, you know what I mean, pounds or something like that, right? And there is the thing, because Andrew is basically big one. Like, he's huge, he's strong. You can see his range, his reach. He's tall, very. For myself, I knew that if I go there and I have a chance to spar with him, it won't be so easy for me, and I could just easily get beaten up. Regardless, I train my entire life, but you have to know, and for your audience too, I have to say, I post a lot of videos, but I coach people. I do not compete currently. My last competition was at my 17 years old. Since my 17 years old, I've been not competing at all. So what I do sparrings every week. I do a lot of trainings every week. And I always try to challenge myself. But to go to the train camp, what you can see, pro fighters, pro boxers, who are in the peak of their shape and their form, it's completely another story. So for this one, I decided to start preparing myself. I built the preparation, and I was trying to bring to my gym different guys, various guys, big ones, trying to find people who also compete, who are big like Andrew, for me to feel myself better if I have a chance to come. But I can tell you more that till the last moment, I didn't know that I'm coming or no there inside. Regardless, we were in Dubai. We still didn't know, do we have a chance to attend this session or no? So once I decided to prepare myself, it was crazy for me. So, bro, like a 2 months, approximately, people were beating me, actually. Big boys, 20 plus kilograms weight difference. I was asking them to go strong with me, hard with me. And I think I opened for myself something interesting, and I could really compete even in this form, in the shape what I got. One there, I think I was ready mentally, physically, and we saw Andrew. We came there. We came to the gym. It was a big moment for us. Big moment for us. I see how he was extremely focused, So like, as you can see in his videos, exactly, if you watch this, like a Tate Confidential or some videos like that, what he's posting, his vlog, he's like a chin down, he's going like that. He met us, but he didn't know like who we are exactly. Who are these guys? It's such a small amount of the people, but we didn't have time there to present, okay, that's me, what I'm doing. I just said, I'm Pavel. And only in the end, he just said, oh, like a Pavel Kickboxing, I saw your videos, I saw what you're doing. For me, it was also like with my... somebody could tell me, oh, it's bullshit, why you make for yourself some, I don't know, heroes. It's not like that. I'm 30 plus years old. I'm already 31 years old. I'm not making heroes, but for me, definitely Tate is the big name. Is definitely the big person, the guy who changed the entire industry, I think. And you cannot, you can hate him, you can love him, doesn't matter. But he really was the first person who became the most followed, by like his personal brand. He built himself by his own concept, and still a lot of youth follow him, right? You told me before stream he also impacted on your life too, right? Maybe that's why you decided to start your pod or something like that, right? So definitely there's some impact, smaller or bigger one.
No, he's inspired a lot of people for sure, and he's definitely inspired me to work even harder and like achieve even more for sure. So no, he's been great. It's kind of crazy to see what they do to him as well, like throw him in jail, ban him everywhere. Like, it's kind of crazy because they're afraid that he's like inspiring the youth,
100% I agree with you. That was the same emotion when I came there. I could not believe finally we came there, because one thing, you can make a picture with him, for example, but what we've done there, we got a chance to train. I got a chance to see his session, what he's doing there. I got a chance to spar against of other guys who were also on the Misfits preparation. It was nice. I love it. Then we already asked Tate to show what he knows, to show his combinations, to show what he's doing there, like some of his things. I see he was hitting pads about 2 or 3 hours. I can tell you that, with the maximum power, like with the max impact. And I thought that he's super ready for the fight. To be honest, when I saw how his preparation going, imagine you're hitting pads about 2 hours plus, and then you're going to like a cardio zone, and you start to go with the cardio. You start to run then about 30 minutes. This is crazy. And if you're thinking he's 40 years old or something, it's supposed to be not easy to move yourself like that back and forth. But he was doing that. And A lot of guys there supports him so much. It's also what I see inside. A lot of people,
Yeah.
his friends, his real friends. I'm not
Yeah.
sugarcoating anybody. I'm not calling name of the anybody. So
Mhm.
you know these guys with you mentioned some names before the stream. I want to
Mhm.
tell that this guy has the very big support, and I wish everybody has this team who will go with you no matter what. You're falling, you're
Yeah.
growing, they're always with you. I think
Yeah.
this one is very big brother. Is very big
Uh-huh.
brother. So
Yeah.
uh, that's what I recognize there. The team behind him, guys who support him, coaches also. That was two guys who were coaching him, and I did not expect fight will go that. With I
Yeah.
expected he will really kill Chase, and he will dominate so crazy. He's definitely more skilled than him, bro.
Yeah, I want to ask you because obviously, like, you're around Tate during his preparation. You saw he was working super, super hard. So, like, what do you think about his fight against Chase, and like, what do you think happened there?
Okay, let me give you a few thoughts. Okay, some of those gonna be like a more controversial. Probably they will tell me, "Oh, if you're a real one, don't find any excuses." Right?
Yeah.
Uh, if you're asking me, I can tell. That's not excuse what I'm looking for. I think uh, for Tate, for Andrew, it was the very big lesson. Right? It every
Mhm.
time for the fighter every time for the fighter once you compete it's a lesson for you. It's a new opponent with another technique. It's every time challenge. There is no easy fight could happen, right?
Yeah.
And first thing what I want to mention, Chase is very uncomfortable fight. You can tell me, oh, like I saw videos he's doing this bullshit, it's viral one, right? That he cannot
Yeah.
throw clean punch. But here's the one thing, you can hit pads with a clean technique. You can straight your hands, rotate your body, and you can go with spar with others. They will also be on the high level. But once
Mhm.
your opponent is doing throwing haymakers, he has no
Yeah.
proper technique, it could it could surprise you, especially when you weren't competing for the years. You're
Mhm.
you're not in the you're not in the conditions that you could spar anybody. No, like when you compete all the time without any gaps, you don't care. You don't
Mhm.
care. You're just
Yeah.
robot. You're going from competition to competition. But once you have a gap, harder for you to come back. So first one, Chase is very uncomfortable guy. What do we have to understand? Regardless, his technique seems crazy. A lot of
Mhm.
people saying, "Oh, now he lost aura, he lost something." I don't want to say any causing words or something, but people have no idea even what does it mean to have 1 month of sparrings, for example, right?
Mhm.
Second thing there um, is the very long gap without competition, bro. That's a very big thing. Imagine right now you do streams, but then you'll have,
Yeah.
I don't know, 10 years without streams. You'll find
Yeah.
yourself, if you go to some serious interview, serious project immediately, to interview,
Mhm.
I don't know, somebody from Trump family, for example, right?
Yeah.
You'll feel, oh, damn, yeah, I have experience, but it's been a while. You understand?
Right. You'll feel rusty and like you'll forget what you're saying or something, and you'll be nervous because you haven't done it for a while. Yeah.
100%. It will feel for you like an examination, but
Mhm.
you're not, you did not prepare yourself or something like
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
think number three here is very important. People have to understand. Everybody was saying Tate is going to win fight. Everybody was saying, oh, he's going to win first round, second round, commentary. Everybody, all predictions was for him on his side.
Mhm.
Eventually, imagine what is going on in your head. Then the pressure on you this moment is so crazy that mentally you have no right to make a mistake. For you, as for the fighter, it's even worse. When they think you're underdog, everybody's saying, oh, this guy is gonna lose. You have a big
Mhm.
motivation to prove it. And in the
Yeah.
same time, your opponent who's leading, he could might not take this fight seriously and thinking, oh, like he's loser, I will win him. Everybody, all odds, like you understand what I'm saying, right? So
Yeah.
that's I think number three. Then we can go to more technical things when we're speaking about mostly like a fight things, technique, boxing, all these things, etc. I would love to tell you, if you go behind scenes for a little, if I got this right, it was about 3 4 a.m. 3 4
Mhm.
a.m. in Dubai. Okay,
Yeah.
so he was doing warming up in the place where it's about 30 plus degrees, very warm one. They got the place for the warm up where he could
Mhm.
hit pads, preparing himself for the fight. So hot. He came outside, it was about 10-15 degrees. It
Uh-huh.
impacts not good for muscles. If you're a fighter, if you train, you have to feel it. For example, you used to run a lot in the gym. If you go to run outside, you'll feel it different. You'll feel how not enough oxygen. You'll feel how you're getting stiff so quick. Your legs are not too much moving. It's exactly what's happening to him.
Mhm.
Next thing about it might be the most detailed, like what's happened there, why he lost the fight. Next thing, what I realized after the fight, Chase was very smart fighting. He was literally pulling himself on the Tate. He was laying on him. And when you spar against of the guy who's taller, who could have bigger muscles, who could have bigger mass, and he impacts on you, he moves you down, you're getting gas immediately. You cannot breathe properly. You understand? That's the very big thing. If you're a fighter, you have to know, you have to avoid clinch. Exactly the same thing there you can find in the fight of the Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. Anthony
Mhm.
Joshua was trying to pull himself on Jake Paul. What Jake Paul was doing, he was trying to pull his knee down. Once he was
Mhm.
trying to put his knee down, it's not because he's in the knockdown. No, because he was trying to stop this clinch immediately. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
And another thing, last one. I don't want to be too boring, maybe for the audience with the detail, with all details. But guys, you have to know also, maybe Andrew's supposed to make himself to spar against of more guys like Chase, who
Mm.
will make a lot of footwork, who will not just stay on the same place, who will try to also throw these punches.
Mhm.
If you're saying it's also not a big thing, but once you go deeper to the any fighting camp of the Usyk, Joshua, any big name, you can see Usyk takes there about 5-6 fighters with a similar technique like his future opponent and make them to spar with him a few times a week. So when he's
Mm.
going to the real competition, he doesn't feel like his opponent.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think it's missing. Yes.
Yeah. Why do you think Tate got like tired after the second round? Because he was like killing it at the start. I was like, damn, this is gonna be like easy for him. And then it kind of seemed like he got like winded and he got kind of tired after a little while.
Yeah, I think that's exactly few things what I said. He
Mhm.
wasn't maybe prepared, regardless
Yeah.
he's more skilled for this type of the opponent. It was something that made him to lose all energy in the first 2 rounds, because he won first 2 rounds so easy by the just clean shots. You understand? But
Yeah.
on the few rounds, it was surviving. But he's so smart. You have to understand he's so smart, and I really think they immediately made all conclusions why it happened. They with the team, with the coaches, and I don't know if Andrew will come back to the fighting world. Maybe you will ask him personally next time when you see him, like about his
Yeah.
plans, fight or no.
Mhm.
But I was watching a lot of previous Tate fights. I think
Mhm.
his kicks are crazy. If he'll come back with some, guy from UFC who wants to compete him in the kickboxing, it will be very nice to watch. To be honest, with kicks, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, for sure. Influ Jen, I appreciate it. It says Pavel nailed it. Great stream, Tyson. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it, brother. I think you're Ali, so appreciate it, man. W to
Yeah,
you.
I know these guys. I know these guys. By the way, we'll give them like a small shout out, like that the
Yeah.
guys, like they run agency. Also,
Mhm.
young boys who are trying to push themselves. Who also were watching and were motivated so much by Tate work. And I
Mhm.
think guys are doing great. They deserve this shout out. Guys are good. It will be my personal review to you guys. So
Yes,
they're doing a
sir.
great job.
Let's go. Hell yeah. I want to ask you too, what do you think is like the biggest lesson that you learned in your time of fighting? Because I feel like it kind of molds your character as a man to like step in there in the ring. So how much would you say that was like beneficial to like your character development?
I think when I was competing, uh, uh, I was young. I started to compete since my 6 years old. You have to understand,
Yeah.
right? I started to compete. I came to the gym. It was not serious competition in my gym about six, like an open ring, but first official one in my city was at my 8 years old. I finished competition at 17, and I can tell you that the main thing what every fighter is face is not just the preparation, not just hitting boxing back or going you with the hard sparrings, but mental thing. when you don't sleep one night before competition, when you have to set up your energy field so you're ready to compete and you bring skills. You're not staying and shaking. You're not staying and you don't feel any strength of your body. It left you completely. But when you bring yourself on the next level through the mental part, that's why,
Right.
as you said, every man at least try himself in the real sparrings, not just to compete, but try himself. What does it mean to go against of the other man who wants to hurt you? As
Yeah.
as some of the guys said, this sport is very close to real life, and
Mm.
I think right now life is very dangerous. Basically, you have to understand, right? And we're always, regardless where we go, we're in the danger. Right now, life is
Mhm.
unstable in all countries, and you have to know not how to throw the just a ball to the basket, right? But you have to know
Yeah.
how to protect yourself, how to protect your woman in the case that something bad could happen. But uh, you cannot believe in yourself too much. Nobody's talking about this, because imagine how many guys who were trained with me since my childhood went to jail because they won one competition, second, third, fourth, and then they feel, all right, now I'm the boss. They go
Yeah.
to the robbery, they go to the something, they hurt somebody, and they ended up in the jail. So I think
Yeah.
you have to believe in yourself, but you have to know borders. That's why old school coaches like a Tate, for example, he has Amir, old school coach, who first setting up this spirit that even his guys there in UK, it's about the spirit, respect to the coach. Now people think it's commercial bullshit, money, money, money. Martial
Mhm.
arts basically about spirits, so you have to know what does mean to go through the mental toughness, and
Yeah.
that makes you to become a man.
Have you had that before where like you were like you didn't sleep whatsoever the night before a fight? Because like you mentioned that like is being like a hurdle. Have you had that?
I got crazy stresses, bro. To be honest, I wanna tell this. I don't know why not a lot of people are speaking about this. I got very a lot of stresses when I was young. I don't think so. It's something was weird, because I remember I was speaking with some opponents of mine when I was young, and they got the same thing. So I'm not sleeping night. I'm thinking how I'm gonna fight, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do
Mhm.
first, last. And the same was with my opponents. I was speaking with guys, and we got on the under same circumstances. We have a fight, big stress. And
Mhm.
what I found out for myself when I was a kid, it was so funny, brother. After a few competition, I started to feel how some, imagine exam in school, right? Or exam in
Mhm.
college, doesn't matter, going and you don't care. You feel
Yeah.
confident. Others in your class there, oh, now how we gonna do it? How we just, I didn't prepare myself well, but you're confident because you
Mhm.
think, all right, somebody was trying to beat my face with the kicks, with the punches, and now you're thinking I will be worrying about makes like a write something in the papers. Yeah, it
Mhm.
works like that. Man has to do it. Man has to be strong. Man has to
Yeah.
try himself in the gym. So, my man, that's maybe for you good way to start do boxing or kickboxing too. To try
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, no, I've definitely considered it for sure because it's like very interesting. Obviously, my parents like aren't very happy about that, but like I don't really care. Like I'm probably gonna do it anyways at some point,
But
you
you
know.
go to the gym, right? You train just
Oh
generally.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's a good start for everyone who just young guys who are watching us, because the most important thing there, if uh, mm, like if you do nothing, it's always the worst, right? Bodybuilding definitely could give you at least neuromuscular connections. So right
Yeah.
now you go to the gym, you can connect with your biceps properly. You could do
Mhm.
biceps curl,
Yeah.
do that like a ego thing, right? But you could do it under
Mhm.
control well and understand. It's gonna help you. Then trust me, once you're attending boxing, kickboxing gym, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel how to punch, how works
Mhm.
weight distribution, how works
Yeah.
sleep stacks, all these movements. So you do well, but let's do it, brother. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
No, exactly. No, I'd love to do it for sure. And no, I definitely have like a good amount of strength to me. It's just like more so like learning like the technique of like how to actually throw punches. Like that is kind of what I'd have to really focus on. But
But I
yeah, no,
see
I'd love
there
to.
like some footage of you there. You are calling out clavicular, right? You're calling out
Yeah,
like
clavicular. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know who that is?
Yeah, bro. I follow like what's going on right now on the internet. I create content, so I have to watch everything what's going on. Why certain thing is becoming viral? I have to
Yeah.
always analyze it. And yeah, I think it's interesting. If you prepare yourself for this fight or sparring, I don't know how with the Lux Maxing you can spar, even how you can do. I don't know, martial arts, because from the one of the perspective, they could beat your face, but from the other perspective, you hear what he's saying. He says that then your bones going to become stronger here, your chin, you will look crazier. So bro, I think it's crazy. World is crazy
Yeah.
right now, what's
No,
going
it's
on. People,
crazy. I don't think you'd fight
yeah.
me either, because like I don't think it really makes sense to him. Like he has nothing to gain from fighting me, Like
Yeah, people right now, bro, mostly fighting for money, and
mhm.
all fights are about the money. And it's very seldom thing when you can see some gentleman just decided to figure out who's stronger. It does not exist anymore. It exists in some gyms, maybe, when people try themselves in sparrings. But yeah, I think he's trying just to push his media. But how with all popular guys like that, some trend is coming, they're just going up, then they're going down, then maybe again go up. So,
Mhm.
but I see Gary use streams with the Gary. Gary also doesn't like him much, right? They got some like some
Yeah.
I don't not good conversation. Let's call them like that, right on stream too. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, he went on Gary's podcast and basically said like numerology is like stupid or whatever, and he was like dissing all that, which is kind of like funny because Gary said like Clav is like a 9 life path, and like Clav apparently like measures up to everything that a 9 is, and then Clavicular's like sitting there denying that. So I mean, I don't know. That was funny though. I like that with Gary and Clav. That was good content. That was funny. I remember watching that with my friend and we're like dying laughing. So
yeah, I love it, and I think the most interesting thing about this, because you can always see real face of the person, right? When he's in he's not speaking calmly in his comfort zone. When he's slightly going out of that, somebody's trying to challenge him with some agenda. And yeah, it was two different worlds. What we talked also before stream, two different worlds. One of them is thinking about look great. Gary thinks about the numerology, all these things, and they're completely different battle against of each other. But um,
mm,
to be honest, I love to watch all the streams of Gary when he's in debates. So that's why the first time I saw you, basically when you
yeah,
were organizing debates first with Gary and some, I don't remember, some
maybe
Israel
Rabbi
guys or
Shmuley.
something.
Rabbi
Yeah,
Shmuley
probably,
probably.
probably.
Yeah.
Crazy stream, was super hot. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, no, that was awesome for sure. I gotta do more like that because like I love doing that and like the people love to watch it. So it's like a screaming match the whole time, but it's good content.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. I love
yeah.
it. So also, it will be cool, like like if they can do maybe also in the one studio like you're doing right now. But when also from the online you will go there to your pot, as you mentioned to me, right? When you could
Mhm.
travel or organize pods also with the different people, it will be very interesting to watch. But once two different worlds are battling with each other, it's becoming crazy. Definitely, that's why
Yeah.
why people love to watch it.
Yeah, for sure. I want to ask you too, like, what advice would you give to like young and like ambitious people, kind of like myself, that like want to like become successful in the world, do a lot of things, and like obviously I know what to do with like the podcast and stuff, but some people don't have like an outlet and they don't know like what to do. They know they want to work hard, but they don't know what to work hard on. So, what advice would you give to them?
So let me find the like some little bit strange way to respond on this question. Okay, so I wanna basically respond on this question with your activity, right? Because how old are you, brother?
18.
So you're 18 years old and you already build podcast, right? By yourself, without agencies, without any connections, just by yourself. All network you're building by yourself.
Yeah.
So y- if I got this right, you work like every day, like toward your goal, right?
Yeah, like if I'm not doing a podcast, I'm like editing clips to post. Like I'm always doing something.
So, and you don't miss any day, right?
Over like the Christmas holidays, I got like a little bit lazy, but like now I'm like back locked in. I maybe had like 2 days where I was like with family and like not really like editing or
But
doing
it's
much.
it's completely fine. But basically, your everyday grind, right? I could tell
Yeah.
if that's, I don't know, like every day you have some plan,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's what I want to tell also others. The answer on your question exactly in you, right? Because
Mhm.
you have no days off and nobody is asking you to do it. You have in your head imagination that, all right, man, I really need to become somebody. I really need to go out of the average and build myself. And you understand, without you uh, die for your goal, it will never
Mhm.
happen.
Mhm.
And I'm always so proud to speak with these guys like you, and uh, because I see there is a big difference in the one generation, a big gap. And first, I see here guys like you. It's maybe 1%, maybe less, who's trying really to do something, to do not go to the every job, to do not sit in office. That's what you're trying to do right now.
Mhm.
You try to build yourself a freedom. That's the
Yeah.
most important thing. And
Mhm.
second part of the people saying, I will make my parents pay me for the university till my 30 years old. They all go to office. For me, this
Yeah.
one sounds super crazy because
Yeah.
right now world is so fast. Universities are good. You need to study, but you need to think about plan A, plan B, plan C. What are you gonna do today? What are you gonna do tomorrow? How are you gonna provide your parents? How are you gonna provide your family? What are you gonna give it?
Mhm.
How and what are you gonna give to them? So the main thing, what you're doing, I love this. I love that you're determined. I love you spend every day hours for this, and I think you will spend even more, right? You would love to spend even more for
Yeah.
this. Just
Oh yeah.
not 1 2 hours, but 5 hours, six
Mhm.
hours for this.
Yeah.
I think that will help you to grow even more.
Mhm.
And another one, to work for the reason. One thing, is the work hard, but second thing is the working also smart. You have to understand on the which niche, what are you doing,
Yeah.
and so you can work 2 4 7 but do super bullshit. For example, I don't know, you can start maybe some people will hate me for this, but I don't know what is out of the trend. So maybe drop shipping shops or something, what is out of the trend, right? And think
Yeah.
they could earn something. And yeah, you need to know what to do and what helped you, because I watched your work also before. I want to tell you're
Mhm.
doing very good. That's why
Yeah.
people text me, but when you text me, I said immediately, I saw this guy and I will definitely love to do it with him, because you know how to speak, you know how to express your thoughts. It's very important. If you don't know how to speak, nobody will listen to you. You cannot
Yeah.
make
Mhm.
a question, you can't understand how to bring some interesting topic there on the table. And you said me also before podcast, you're 18 years old and you already know people who are big in their industry, on their niche. But you're
Mhm.
doing very good, and it's very cool. There are also some small thing, because I think Gary helped you a little bit also on the start, right? Connection with him. That's
Yeah.
the thing about Gary, what I want to tell, because Gary is the very nice man. That's a big difference. You see, some clavicular guy, he's young boy, just
Mhm.
thinking about how he looks. But
Mhm.
Gary thinks about others. That's a very big thing. People hate him. A lot of people hate him. People love him, but people hate him. But you'll be
Mhm.
agree with me. He thinks about others, right? He could also tell you, no, I will not do podcasts. I will not do this stream, right?
Mhm.
But once he see you're 18 years old guy, you have a goal, you have a purpose, right? He always
Yeah.
try to support. Not a lot of people like that.
Yeah, no, Gary's awesome for sure. He's a genuine guy, and like he was telling me off camera too, like he just like really wants to like see me succeed and like keep climbing. And I think another reason too is because like I'm a 33 and like he's a 33, so he wants to help other 33s grow.
Bro, and like, do you use numerology in your life? Tell me, numerology, astrology. Do you already use it? Try to apply there?
Yeah, I definitely like use it to like see patterns. Like, okay, this person's this number, and then they act like a certain way. Like yesterday was the 28th, and like randomly, I just had like two people sign up for my networking course. I made like $100. I'm like, I haven't even like done anything to promote this today. I'm randomly just like making money. I'm like, oh, it's the 28th. Like that makes sense. So I don't know, stuff like that. and just like working with people that are like good energy. Like obviously you're like an 8. I didn't even know that before the stream, but 33 and 8 apparently go super well. That's what Gary said. So I definitely use it just to kind of like see patterns and like think about certain things in a certain way. But
Yeah, 100%. I think definitely something like that exists. I'm not a big expert in this, definitely. But I can say, you mentioned patterns, right? I know there exists some like entire science behind this, right? And people try to go deeper in numbers. And there really, there's some correlation between numbers, I think, exist. Regardless, it's not approved by the, I don't know, some science or something like that. But I believe patterns exist. I believe in certain things like that, regardless that I'm doing the martial arts. It's not my endeavor, but in patterns, definitely, I could tell you what I believe. Something like that definitely exists, brother.
yeah, no, for sure. And like enemy year and stuff like that too. I mean, this is technically my enemy year right now. And like it's not going bad. Like it's actually gone really good. But I'm also in like a 33 personal year cycle too. So Gary was telling me that like helps protect me, I guess, from the enemy year. But he also said like enemy year hits the hardest like right at the end. And obviously we're almost at the end of the year. So he told me to like just like chill for like the last like month or so. So I don't know.
I was speaking with Gary also when he said to me that's my enemy year, and the funniest thing that it was really bad year for me. It was really bad
Really?
year. Everything
Really?
was on this year. Yeah, I think basically, like there are some things stop working properly, right? Like some. Like one person decided to like stop the contract, some partners left, like something like that, like small things, but it really exists, I think. But maybe it's coincidence, I don't know, but it was in my life, it was like that. And then he said me it's going to be better, and it became better. And then it's
Mhm.
supposed to be next year for me, because I born the year of dog, even better, probably because it's the year of horse are common.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, but we will see. But we need to always believe in ourselves, and I think Gary also like push this idea. You always have to do something. Exist. That's what he's saying too. What everybody knows. That additional to your previous question about motivation of youth. If you do nothing, regardless which energy you could bring, or regardless how how big you could come.
Mhm. Yeah, no, for sure. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Okay, got you. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when you're 33, you're gonna get that 33 energy. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, I
I
have to
think it
wait.
was.
Yeah, I have to wait. I have to wait. And of course, to youth also, if there is the like one message, um, I never tried smoking in my life. I never tried even hold cigarette. I never hold cigarette. I never hold beer in my life. I never tried it even. And
Yeah,
some people are saying I'm crazy, but it's very important for youth. Never try in your life any poisons like that. Some
right.
don't bring addictions. You can bring addictions with the gym, but not with
Yeah.
this. Exactly, with the
Yeah,
clavicular, the same thing, like
yeah.
using drugs, or it's crazy.
Yeah, like I never really smoked cigarettes, and then I stayed with my one friend in New York who like is really into them. And then I was like, oh, these are kind of fun. And I had like 13 in one day. I was like, oh, why the hell did I just do that? But I don't know, like I got back from New York and Miami and like I haven't had any or whatever because I know they're like terrible for you. But I was like, damn, like I can see how this could get addicting after a while if you do it a lot, because like it is kind of fun. And that's another reason to never try it, because like what if you tried and you like it, then you're screwed. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And are you living in Miami?
No, I'm in Canada. I was just in Miami though, to do like content and stuff. So I've been traveling a lot. I was just in New York to interview Sneeko, and then my friend Hudson like flew me out to Miami too. I wasn't even planning on going to Miami. He just like surprised me with that, which is really cool. So I was in Miami for a couple of weeks too, just like doing a whole bunch of collabs and just going viral. But yeah, now I'm back home. So
And who I saw, like, yeah, I saw you there with Sneeko, but can you tell me, like, I don't know, like top 5 guys with who you already done pods, or like some collaborations?
yeah, so
Five
I'd
or
say
7 guys.
Yeah, so I'd say Sneeko, Zerka, Gary, Sunny Faz. Obviously Tate is going to be crazy. Even you as well. I'd say that you're close to that list, if not on it. for sure. And like probably a lot of other people too. I've had so many people. So sometimes people ask me that question. My mind's like, I could say like so many different people, you know? So but yeah, I'd say Sneeko, Zerka, Gary, Sonny are like probably top four for sure.
And without telling the name, can you just, without saying the name, can you tell me, like, is there some of the guy who surprised you in the bad meaning of this word? So you expected to see one guy, but
Yeah.
after you spend time with him, do collab, you see, damn, this guy is like not a good person. You're not a good person, or. Without telling the name, is there somebody
Right.
or no?
Yeah, not really, to be honest. Like everybody's like treated me super good. Obviously, the clavicular thing wasn't good because I asked him for the interview, and then after I walked away, he talked shit. Which I mean, I liked him a lot before that. I thought he was like funny. I would defend him all the time. I mean, whatever. It's in the past. I'm not gonna like cry about that or whatever. But no, besides him, pretty much everybody's been super good to me, and like I've had really good interactions. There's nobody where I'm like, oh, this guy's like not genuine. This guy's an asshole off camera. Like, no, everybody is that I've met so far has been super like genuine. So yeah.
And
Besides that,
give me a little bit more information about the Canada, because I reside here in Slovakia, in Bratislava, but I never been in Canada. I never been US. I travel
yeah.
throughout the Europe a lot. Like I visited a lot of countries, but
Mhm.
I never been in US. I heard from some of the friends that Canada is changing not to the good side with the
Yeah.
political
Yeah.
thing. Give me more information about this. Maybe for our guys who watch us, going to be interesting too.
Yeah, no, Canada's a beautiful country. Like mountains, like Alberta is like so nice, but like our leaders are so cooked, bro. Like we have like liberals in right now that basically want to like strip away all of your freedom. Like even in COVID too, like the vaccine mandates where you have to get the vaccine. In Canada, they made it so you can't even go to a restaurant without it. You can't go to the movies without it. You can't leave the country without it. And we still have like the same liberals in charge that believe in that same ideology. And Canadians stood up against it with the trucker freedom convoy, and the leaders of that like got put in prison. They got their bank accounts frozen just for like standing up against like the mandates. So it's super liberal, and then for some reason the people don't seem to care. Like obviously you have a small minority of Canadians that are fed up and pissed, but the majority of people just go on with their day to day like nothing ever happened. They act as if they didn't just have a vaccine mandate where you're a second class citizen if you didn't put something in your body. But people just like absolutely ignore that in Canada, and they're just focused on how they could scrape by because the prices of living are cooked now. Like to be able to afford to live is so cooked. So they're worried about how they're going to get by and survive, that they don't even think about like how corrupt our government is because they have way too much on their plate to even think about that. So we're kind of cooked. And honestly, I'm getting passionate about it because like this is my country, and like I want to speak out a lot about that too, because so many people just have their head in the sand and they just don't give a shit about their own country, which is brutal to see. And they're even doing this thing now, I think, where they're like cracking down on people that like speak up online. Like obviously the leaders of the Freedom Convoy got put in jail and arrested and stuff, and now they're coming after podcasters. I'm pretty sure I heard something too. So which is scary for me because obviously I speak out against like a lot of certain topics, and I'm Canadian, so that's scary for me too. But yeah, no, I'm definitely not a fan. Like I love Canada, but I'm just not a fan of the government in Canada.
And do you believe they're in the bright future? Let's say that everything is going to be good, and another government will come, change situation, life will be better.
I hope so, but first we need to like get the Canadian people to actually start caring about Canada, you know? Like we need to get
Yeah.
Canadians to actually care about what's happening in their country and not be so like focused on other things, you know? Like a lot of Canadians, it's only a small percentage of Canadians that are actually angry, and it needs to be way more for it to be a
Yeah, I
change.
think I think that's the tendency throughout the world. It's like it's very common. So life for people is becoming like very hard for them, hard to survive. Not just to think about political game or to think about the government. They think how to make their fridge to become full, right? Just
Mhm.
how to eat, how to provide basic things for their life, family, and I think it plays a very big role. It's the role of the, let's say, matrix, right? The thing is
Yeah.
there, like the system by itself. So
Mhm.
people are busy with
Yeah.
this office job, with everything. They're becoming they come home extremely tired, and none of them wants to change anything. They think they're, how you said, cooked. And I watch actually what Myron is, how Myron is battling in US. You need the same person probably in Canada, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I don't know. I've thought about like becoming the Myron of Canada, but then I'm like, oh, I don't want to like go to jail and like ruin my life. Because if I became the
But you,
Myron
th-
of Canada, I'd definitely get cooked.
but do you think it's gonna be dangerous in Canada, right? If you start the same
Oh
narrative,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. If you go to like Myron level in Canada, you're going to go to jail, probably.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
But
it's
do,
cool.
do you believe in US it's gonna be the same soon too? So it's gonna change and they start to control because in you hear it in UK and in some countries they start to control it much more, right? They start
Yeah.
control things, what people say, what people write, which comments they leave there. So I think the tendency is going to be like that soon. So everybody going to be under control,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I
it's going
hope
to
not. We have
be.
a comment here that says they keep us so busy, so there's no time to think or look into anything. Yeah, they keep you so busy trying to scrape by and like barely afford to live in the country because everything's so expensive that you don't even have time to think and question, which is brutal. So
That's a classic scenario. I think in all poor countries, or some countries weren't poor before, right? But they became poor eventually because people go to this, I don't know, 9 to 5 jobs. They don't have time to build something. Like you start to do it at 18, at 17 maybe years old, right? Or even earlier, probably you start to make your first steps. But
mhm.
imagine once you're waiting till the, I don't know, 30, 40, it's already too late for you to start to build it like that, right? You need to be as fast as possible in all trends because
Yeah,
you don't need to wait. What do you have to wait? You have to wait when others are coming on your place, when others have built business where you could potentially build. So you really need to make it. If not, you're making podcasts, he'll become slowly. There another Tyson will come on this place, he will do it for you. You understand? So there
yeah,
is no time for you to wait. And yeah, that's why I start working even on the like weekends, like all weekends, all family days or something. I used to work all the time because there is
yeah,
no other way.
yeah,
And you said you clip yourself. It's very well because for all social media guys, we talked also with my brother about this one. Once you're getting out of the flow, out of the posting flow, you're out. That's what people
mm,
forget about you tomorrow. You see
yeah,
how it works. That's why, for example, I post on the Instagram reels like every second day.
yeah.
For one reel, we spent about 5-7 hours on the
Really?
one video we spent.
Oh,
We try to
yeah.
find idea, we try to record, we do edit. We spent on the one video like that. Format is like that. So we try to teach people martial arts for free on the Instagram. I posted already more than 1,000 videos to make them
Mhm.
learn it even when they not experienced, when they don't have coach with them. That's why why we have to spend too many hours to make people, even stupid people, like who has no idea how to turn their foot, how to learn how to learn hook, uppercut, etc. So
Mhm.
yeah, that we have no choice. That's why you have to work not 2 hours, 5 hours to do more,
Yeah.
more and more. That's the thing what I want you to do, and we
Mhm.
have to do it like that, brother. We cannot stop.
Yeah.
Actually, we
Yeah.
cannot stop.
Yeah, and you're the most happiest and fulfilled when you're working anyways. Like you feel better about yourself when you're working than you do when you're being lazy. So it's like why not just put in the work and maybe you won't feel good right away, but after like a week of working hard, you're going to feel way better than you would if you took a week just laying in bed eating chocolate. So,
But that's your mindset. But you can't imagine how many people come to my gym. I have here my gym in Slovakia, Bratislava. I run here at the gym.
mhm,
So you can't imagine how many people, once I see person disappeared for the 1 month, person comes back to my gym. I'm asking like, "What have you been this time?" And person says to me, "Oh, it was so hard to move myself." And then you see like what you said is opposite to them, right? In your head you feel fulfillment once you're working hard, right? You feel yourself
mhm,
uh, genuinely happy. With my little brother is the same. But I'm asking
mhm,
my brother why you are not thinking about the rest, about the vacations. He's also like he grinds so crazy, bro. Like he works so hard, and he said to me, I feel I'm getting rest while I'm working. I feel
Mm,
myself happier. He
mm,
feels that if not him, others will come. You need to always try new things. You understand? Maybe
yeah.
you'll try with the podcast something like a new format. Maybe this format will not work, but no worries. We go next.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. We have to go next. It's like a bullshit motivation, but it's really like that, and you know it.
Mhm.
You're not
Yeah.
always going up. We always can sometimes fall down. All views are not much. I expected more views. I expected more people see, more people start following me after this. But to every creator who's watching us right now, it's also bullshit. You build yourself brick by brick, and all this experience is experience. You have no idea who could come to you from this stream. Maybe exactly this person is somebody who's gonna contact you with a big brand deal. You understand?
Yeah.
Just from I got the same. I got post where I have 100 million views on my Instagram. 100
Yeah.
million views I have on the video. But my, for example, biggest like a sponsor or guy came on the moment when all my social media were falling down. Everything
Really?
was falling down, but the person, the brand contacted me in the moment when I was falling down. Exactly
Mhm.
from the video where I did not expect them to see me. After this
Mhm.
moment, I realized I will not stop. And once I
Yeah.
see some, I don't know, guys like a Tate saw me, big like a Rico Verhoeven, also the same, like a 12 times kickboxing world champion, saw me also from the Instagram. All the big names, big guys saw me from videos. I
Mhm.
understand we have instrument in our hands. When you
Mhm.
clip every day, you build yourself. That's exactly you build the freedom. And when you
Yeah.
realize, okay, I'm building freedom for myself, I will not do it probably 1 hour. I'll do it more hours. I will do it
Mhm.
harder. I will think more. I'll prepare better because the
Mhm.
cost of your work is unbelievably high. Unbelievably high. It's a future.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yeah. No, 1,000,000%. You're motivating me now as you speak. Like this is like motivating me to like hop off this podcast and like edit a whole bunch of clips, and just like work hard, 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 hit the gym, like just have like a good day every single day. So you're motivating me and hopefully people in the audience too to just work even harder. Because do you believe in burnout? Because I think that's kind of stupid. Like I think if you burn out, even Tate says this, if you burn out, it just means that you don't want it bad enough.
I know, because like I'm a sportsman, right? And I can open up for you burnout in the gym, right? You can
Mhm.
burn out in the gym if,
Mm.
for example, you will do the same type of trainings day by day without any periodization, without you changing exercises, weight, if the same bullshit every day. That's why people burn out while they're going on 9 to 5 job because their boss is
Mhm.
destroying them mentally. But once you're building your
Yeah.
brand, what are you doing? You will never burn out. Only
Yeah.
if you burn out in your case, that means you're wrong. You're officially wrong, right? That
Mhm.
means you're making the mistake right now because how you can burn out, then okay, go to the usual job. Now you can
Yeah.
build yourself with your hands. But I'm telling to you, bro, you're doing good because you're not counting on parents' help, on the, I don't know, magic that somebody will come to you and give you, I don't know, big contracts. Maybe they will, but
Mhm.
only after your hard work. And you know what? I'll tell
Mhm.
you more. I think if tomorrow, imagine you will have biggest invitation, for the biggest podcast, for example, right? Or the guy, for example, Tate will come to you like a tomorrow will do, or you'll do even, I don't know, with your role models before with the big names,
Mhm.
podcasts, all of them immediately into 1 month. Will you be satisfied? Will you feel the taste of your victory? But you understand, you'll have it immediately in the snap. Or you were working 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, day by day, and you
Mhm.
found the way how to build it. Not if somebody gave you
Mhm.
this opportunity, the same like with the spoiled kids. Parents gave them car, they say, oh, I have car. But when you buy yourself a
Mhm.
car after you clipping, sitting, podcasting, the cost of the victory, the cost of this car gonna be absolutely different. The taste of the victory is gonna be crazy. You understand?
Yeah, exactly, and that's my thing too is, like, I've been doing YouTube for, like, 5 years, like, I'm not even sure if you know,
At
but I've been
five
doing this
year,
since
5 years
2020.
already. Since
5 years I've been doing this podcast, so
since you're
yeah, and
13.
I'm just now starting to grow, like, a lot,
Since you're
so
13 years old.
Since I was 12, actually. Yeah,
Since you're
COVID came and
12.
shut down school. Yeah,
Mm,
since I was 12, I've been
no
doing this,
way.
and I guess I've been doing it about 6 years now. Like I've been very dedicated. Because COVID came, shut down everything. I had nothing to do, so I'm like, fuck it, I want to be a YouTuber. So
But did you have
I
the
just
moment that you
really
want to
hard.
stop?
What
Did you have a moment?
have I?
Yeah, that you want to stop, you want to quit.
I've had like slow periods. I've had periods where I didn't feel like posting, but I always knew long term I was gonna keep doing it. And even like the last like week or so, I just got back from Miami. I've been kind of like in a bit of a slow period, like not really sure what direction to go into, but I still know I'm going to keep doing it. Like, sure, you have plateaus, you have spikes and dips, but all that matters is consistency. Like, you go up, you go down, but you still keep going, and you never quit, even in the low periods. So, yeah, 6 years. And like, obviously, if I keep doing this another 6 years, I'm going to be huge. So I'm like, okay. It's like that thing where the person stops mining right before gold or whatever. Have you heard that story? They stop like an inch before gold and they turn around and then another person comes in and they find the gold. So it's like, how do I know I'm not this far away from gold? So you have to be a little bit insane, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, it's crazy story, brother. It's crazy story. So you're since like a 12 years old, almost already in the game, and start to post it. Yeah, it's very good point that
Yeah.
in the future it will definitely, it already gives you what you wanted. So it already gives you the like a normal result. It has to be like that. You have to really spend years for build yourself. It's like how it works.
Mhm.
And in your case, breakout, you think is possible or no? When school is coming,
No.
university is coming, all these things are coming, but you need to clip, you need to do podcasts.
Yeah, I'm not going to like university or anything. I made the decision I'm going fully in with the internet.
Wow.
Like I'm taking that full risk. So like my friends are going to like college, university. I'm going to Miami to do content. I'd much rather do it like that. And I made like decent money. Like I could live, and obviously I'm still living with my parents right now. But I think in the next couple of years it's really gonna pick up, God willing. And I'm willing to put in that work and bet on myself. So I
Absolutely.
just have this mindset like it can't fail. Like people are like, oh, what are you gonna do hypothetically if it fails? I'm like, that's not even an option in my mind. I can't even see that. You
Yeah, I
know.
think when you really build your brand within like a lot
Mhm.
of years and people start to recognize you there, right? People know you have a voice in the media, you will always find the way how to survive and how to live. You will always do it. Of course, if you're not doing some crazy things, if you're not scammer or something like that, if you're a genuine guy,
Yeah.
people will
Mhm.
always feel it if you're not doing crazy.
Mhm.
But do you believe
Yeah.
after years, because you recorded with a lot of controversial guys too, do you believe you could become popular without provoking hate from your audience?
Yeah.
Do you believe is it
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you think I do that? Because I would say right now, I don't think I'm like spreading hate necessarily. Like, it's definitely like controversy and sometimes like rage bait, I guess. But I'd say I steer clear away from hate. Like, there's some people that do promote hate like on their podcasts and stuff. And I've actually debated like some of those people and like took the opposite point of view. Like, I always want to spread positivity and like a good mindset. Obviously, I'm still controversial, just like Tate is. Like some people would say, "Oh, Andrew Tate's spreading hate." I don't think he's spreading hate. I think he's just saying his opinions in I guess controversial way. And I kind of do the same in to a degree, not even to that level even. Um, but yeah, are you talking about just like more like normal content, like kind of make it without being so controversial?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean exactly because
Mhm.
sometimes you can see very like a genuine and open-minded guy who's not provoking negativity. He just gives value or something, and people after
Mhm.
years of him posting and making content watch him less than another guy who came like clavicular. I'm just like a with a hammer, like a throwing, like I don't know, or he's punching whatever he's doing to my face. People watch it more in the 1 month than like
Mhm.
he has more audience in the 1 month than another guy who's posting 10 years valuable content. That's the thing. What do you think about this?
Yeah. Yeah, I think shock factor is definitely a good way to go viral, and that's like a good way like to clip farm. Like you say something crazy just so you can have a clippable moment. So say you have like 100 people watching your stream, but you take a clip from that, it gets 1 million views. You just do that a whole bunch of times until your face is recognizable. That's a good strategy too, and I've kind of done that a little bit. Not gonna lie, you kind of have to clip farm a little bit. So yeah, I mean, you definitely want to have longevity though. You don't want to just be somebody that's here today and gone tomorrow, right? And like I said, you got to be ride the wave all the time consistently. So never let it die.
Yeah, but I think some of the bloggers in the same time, they're always try to be up. But I truly believe they got supported by some, I don't know. For example, I don't know, like a Mr. Beast, I truly believe that's a project of the YouTube. For example, it's like my opinion. What my observation, let's say, right? I think it's not a bad thing, but I think he's just project of the YouTube by itself. And they really try to have
Mhm.
the flagman, the person who's gonna push the entire platform with his content and make a lot of people watch him. So regardless
Mhm.
which YouTube channel you can open on your screen, you will see there the first video of Mr. Beast or somewhere in your feed. The same people I think
Yeah.
exist everywhere across of all social media platforms, on
Yeah.
X, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere they have their own people who they want to promote, and for
Yeah, like
all.
industry plants kind of. People have, like, accused me of being that person because 'cause they're like, "Oh, who's this kid? I'm always seeing his clips or whatever." They think I'm an industry plant too. I'm like, "Bro, I've just been grinding and you're just seeing me now." And I think for Mr. Beast, like, Mr. Beast was also grinding for a long time before, like, he really popped off. Like, I remember seeing, like, his old things, like, 10 years ago when he's at, like, 1,000 subscribers, and you can see just, like, a normal guy grinding. But it is kinda crazy how much he gets, like, pushed and promoted now. Like, he's really, like, really made it now, which
Yeah,
is
I think
cool
he
to see,
became a
but it's
face of
crazy.
the YouTube. That's what I'm thinking. That he's not just the guy who just upload the video, sit and like click there, upload the video. I think they're the not just a big team who's editing that. And maybe on the one of the podcasts you watched, he said that his project with the YouTube videos actually in minus. It's not in the profit. That's the thing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's the main point of this. I think. Guys watching the social media a lot of stuff, but they don't understand. Social media wants them to watch this stuff. You understand? That
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
because Mr. Beast with his content about, I don't know, Squid Games or like some bullshit like that brings literally nothing.
Mhm.
Like brings you only distraction. Again, the same thing what we
Yeah.
were talking before about you forget about problems, you forget about some things you have in your country, you have like in front of your nose, you have it, but you cannot even do anything with that. The same here.
Mhm.
People watch it, people forget about. Okay, I need to just move myself. Buying chips,
Yeah.
smoking, and doing literally nothing. I think right
Mhm.
now people are becoming very lazy and scrolling culture, bro. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's terrible. That's the best way to make yourself lazy and just ruin your mind, to just sit there and scroll all day. I've done it before. I've done it a lot, and I'm really trying to break that habit because a lot of kids my age have the same issue with, like, scrolling,
Bro, it's
and I try to
crazy.
only be on my phone now. I try to only be on my phone if it's actually for business, I'm talking to somebody important, I'm making clips, I'm editing, or even I also do study streamers. So I'll watch, like, an entertaining stream only to, like, study, like, what they say to, like, really get the views. Like, I study people like that are really good at streaming, and I study, like, what makes them entertaining and how I could, like, kind of copy a little bit of that to make myself better. So I do that subconsciously. But I really try not to just be, like, mindlessly going because that does nothing for you.
It's actually very smart what you said because I used to do the same there. Once I watch the video, I always try to analyze it. That's why I don't like to watch fighting content. I'm posting this, right? But I hate already to watch it because I see people are so boring. They do every time the same. They're not creating anything they're interested in or something new. So I need to always create,
Mhm.
and people copy, always copy. They try to see, okay, like they open my page to find, all right, what brings him more views. I will do the same. People always used to
Yeah.
do it with me. That's why I'm a person always who needs to test algorithm with the
Yeah.
new things and but you're completely right. Once you're becoming creator and not just person who's consumer who used to consume the content day by day, you have to treat content
Mhm.
differently. It's like a thing that you need to study. You need to always analyze why exactly this video went viral, why, what happened with
Mhm.
this one, what happened with that. So that's the point. And I think in your case, once you have a chance to clip yourself with the thousands of clips a day, you will
Mhm.
immediately grow up. Immediately, it will be the
Yeah.
next step. And uh, in your case, you're just in the beginning. I think. I know you said you started like 6 years ago, bro, but I think
Yeah.
it will start only soon, crazier and crazier. It will be better and better.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. It's like I had to grind 6 years just to like get started, and that's why most people don't do it. So, I mean, I'm happy. I look back at my past self, and I'm happy that that young kid started because now I'm where I'm at today with like momentum, which is really cool to see. But yeah, I'm through like all of my questions for you. I'm not sure if there's anything else that you want to discuss, but I think we'll wrap it up here. I think we've had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, my brother, for sure. So we just can like make quick wish to people who watched us, not motivational one, but like just short one. That everybody definitely who watches us, I want everyone attend the gym. Definitely there, like do boxing, do martial arts, any. I also want you try to avoid all distractions and find the goal and do everything for you to have it. That's the main point, my brother. And I'm again, like I really love what you're doing, and I think you're in the right way. You have very good people around, and you have to promise that you will not stop. You will do your best with everything, and you will always save your face. This is very important to you, bro, because you will grow anyway, right? And you will see more crazier people closer to you, right? More people who before you were watching just from home, you will speak them personally. And I want you to maintain your face, to be really who you are, like
Yeah.
be real man, don't
Yeah.
pretend to be anybody else. That's important.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
Always, my
All
brother.
right.
Always.
Yes, sir. God bless you, Pavel. Take care.
My brother, thank you.
All right, guys. Great podcast there with Pavel. You guys should go follow him on Instagram if you're not already. He's killing it on Instagram. He's got like 2 million followers with great content. So definitely go check him out. Pavel Trusov on Instagram. And I'm pretty sure all platforms too. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, share if you enjoyed. God bless you.